In this video, we'll cover how to complete a scope of appointment, or SOA. First, let's quickly show you how to add a scope of appointment for an existing customer in your database. Go to the Customers page and search for them by last name. Click the three dots below Actions to bring up this menu, then click Scope of Appointment. Note that this customer is now active, shown here. Be sure that the customer listed here is the customer you want to work on. If not, click the white button to clear them, then you'd go back to the Customers page and research for them. Now that we've confirmed we're working with the right customer, you'd choose one of these three options for adding a scope of appointment. We'll cover each of these in depth in just a moment. When you're finished with this customer, it's super important to click the white button here to clear them from active status. This will prevent you from overwriting any of their information by accident. Now let's explore each of these three scope of appointment options in depth by completing scope of appointments for brand new customers who are not yet in our customer database. Let's make sure we've cleared any active customer, then return to the home screen. From here, there's two ways to access the scope of appointment workflow. You can use this button in the left-hand menu, or click the scope of appointment link here, which you can see has the same icon in it. Once on the scope of appointment page, you'll see a few choices. There's a Send Scope of Appointment option, which is used when you're working with your customer remotely, such as by phone. There's also a Complete Scope of Appointment option for when you're working with your customer in person. Finally, there's a third option to upload a paper scope of appointment, and we will cover this at the end of this video because you can only use this option if the customer is already in your database and activated. First, let's try the Complete Scope of Appointment method. Again, this is used when you're meeting with your customer in person, as they will be able to sign the document on your screen. Choose the product types you'll be talking about. Next, you'll see your name and phone number have been pre-filled. Continuing, fill in any required fields plus the customer's zip. Entering a zip code will automatically fill in their county and state. You'll see a section asking for your signature that you can't click on. Don't worry, as you'll sign this later. Next, fill in the planes you represented and the date of appointment. Here's a signature area for your customer. They will sign within this box. If you're working on a device with a touchscreen, the customer can sign using their finger within this box. Otherwise, they can click and drag their cursor within this same box. Be sure to click Save Signature before continuing. At the bottom of the page, you'll see the Save button. Here it is. This will add this new customer to your database and save the SOA to their file. Go ahead and click Save. You'll see this message pop up. Now we'll show you how to sign it yourself. Click OK. You'll be brought here. All you do is click Sign, and the system adds the signature you set up in your agent profile to the document. Now the document is marked as completed and you're all set. Now let's explore Send Scope of Appointment. This is used when you're meeting with a customer remotely, such as by phone, so they are not with you to sign the document in person. Looks like we've accidentally left a customer active. Someone's name is on the form where it shouldn't be, and the same name is here at the top of the screen. Let's return to the home page, click the white button to clear them from active status, and now return back to the Scope of Appointment workflow and begin again. You'll see that this form is very similar to the Complete Scope of Appointment form we just covered. Fill it out as directed. There are only two differences, which we'll show you now. The first difference is that there is no place for the customer to sign the document on your screen. This makes sense since you're working with the customer remotely. They will sign later. At the bottom of the page, you'll see the second difference, an email button in place of the Save button. Click it to email the SOA to them. Once you've entered their email, be sure to provide the customer with the personal code shown so that they can access their scope of appointment when they receive it. Now let's show you the email the customer will receive. Here it is. If it doesn't appear in their inbox right away, have them check their spam folder. They'll click this link here and be brought to this page. They'll enter the personal code you gave them here and click Continue. They can review the document as they scroll down and type their full name here to e-sign. Then they'll continue scrolling down and click Save. They'll be brought to this confirmation page upon clicking Save. Back on the agent site, search for your customer by last name. Click the three dots below Actions to bring up the Actions menu, then click on Scope of Appointment. At the top of the screen, note that the customer you intend to work with is now active. Below, you'll see their SOA here, with columns for date sent, date signed, etc. filled in, and it's marked as signed by the customer. The final step is for you to click Sign, and the system adds the signature that you set up in your agent profile. You'll see the doc is now marked as completed, and you're all set. Finally, let's explore the Upload Scope of Appointment path. This is for when a customer submits a paper scope of appointment and you'd like to add it to their file. Return to the Customers page and search for your customer by last name. Click the three dots below Actions again and click on Scope of Appointment. You're now back on the Scope of Appointment page, and notice this time your customer is active, shown here at the top of the screen. When your customer returns a signed SOA to you, click here to upload it. Choose the file, fill in the required dates, then click Upload. The final step, assuming you've signed the SOA, is to mark the document as signed by you, the agent. Simply click Sign under the Sign column to record it in the system as signed. The Date Agent Sign column now fills with today's date. This final step will change the status of the SOA to completed, and you're all set. We've now covered all the ways to complete an SOA within the SunFire system. Thanks for watching.